Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Charles and this is The Memory, our Let's Play series, and this is episode 7. We are in December and as you can see I have moved the truck from where its normal position is. I did go for a little drive around the upper part of the map there looking for better ways to get to, where we were in trying to do our contract in one of the series in what was that? That was episode 5, I guess it was. And you know, essentially, I didn't find any better route than where we were before, anyway. But here it is, December, and you would think, oh, it's December. We've moved into winter. There's not a whole lot to do. Well, turns out there actually is a lot to do today. First and foremost, we are going to, it is quite possible that, let's see, we're going to get this done as soon as we can. Our silage is ready in our fermenting silo here. I admit it may have been ready in a previous there we go. May have been ready in a previous episode and I just neglected to come over and check it. Okay, this will be our first load of silage going into our mixer over here. We also have some of our grass fields are ready to harvest. Now there is a little bit of a thing with the grass fields because you know how I had some crop, the corn and the soybean in two of the fields that I ended up planting grass in, and I joined those fields to other fields that were already grass. Well, I have ended up, and I knew this would happen, of course, but I have ended up with the original part of those grass fields is now ready to harvest, but the newly added parts of it are not. So, I'm left with a little bit of a quandary. Do I mow the parts of that are ready at this point? Do I mow that and like make hay out of it, or do I only mow, and then make hay out of it, get it into our feed mixer here, or do I wait on those until the rest of the field catches up? And I probably should have made that decision before I started this episode, but I don't know, I'm kind of waffling on that a little bit. I don't want them to perpetually be out of sync, so at some point I have to sync them up. I do have the one grass field, our original grass field, that is, I have our original grass field that is ready to harvest, so I can make hay from that and go ahead and get that in the feed production. I have no idea how many loads of this it's going to take. Oh, apparently 2 and what went into this load, so less than 3. But anyway, we are this will be the day, I think, when we get all the things we need in this mixer to actually mix some feed for cows. So maybe in this episode, maybe in the next episode, we will be getting cows. Okay, and I'll go ahead and get out of that because I guess the thing we need to do first, I'll go ahead and grab our other dirty tractor over here. I have not gotten a power washer yet. I'm going to grab the mower and I'm going to go ahead and mow this field. Now, you've seen me mow this field before, so let's see, what are we on here? Yeah, I'll go ahead and leave it on swathing. You've seen me mow this field here before, so I'll catch back up with you at the end of mowing this. That is the mowing of that field. I am going to go ahead and drop that right here instead of putting it back in the shed because, as you might guess, I think I might need more hay, so more hay than what I'm going to get off of this field. Now, in order, of course, to turn it into hay, we have to tet all of that first. Let's see. Oh, yes, our tedder is ever so wide, and that is possibly the reason why, as you can see, I have left it on the swathing on the mower, so I can go down these windrows and just swath those. So I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to lower it, and it's gonna spread these back out. Now, I have also done something off camera that is going to affect this. I have bought a new windrower, and so I'm going to, when I finish tedding this, I am going to have to windrow it back up, and I do not want to do it with that tiny one, so I have bought one that's a little bit larger. I'm sure if any of you who have played this game will recognize it. It is a commonly used one. So anyway, I'm going to get on with this and maybe put this into a short time lapse of getting this done, and then I'll grab the other windrower, and I guess I will meet you over at the store. Okay, and we are finishing up the tedding here. That little bit along the top there, and then that will finish that up. I'll go ahead and fold that. And as is becoming my habit, I guess I will leave this right here. I'm going to pick up the windrower over here, and I will meet you over at the store where I am going to exchange this one for our new one. Okay, here we are, and we are back at the shop here. Now, where do I go? Where do I go to... well, you know, I probably should have looked around on here. I'm not sure where the shop. This it over here? That's got to be it. So we will drop that there. You know, normally I just sell these. I don't bring them back to the back to here to sell them. So we're going to sell. Yes, we'll get $5,000 back for it. Okay, and you may have seen as we went by, we'll jet back through the building here. Yep, and here we go. Probably one of the most overused windrowers in the game. So that's what we have now. And I will see you back over, and we will windrow our first hay that we have grown on this map. Okay, we are back over at the farm. We have come in the back way, as you can see. I'm going to unfold our new windrower, turn that on, lower that down, and we'll see if it will let us pull any of that in from where it's flung it way out to the side. The sale of our other windrower, let's see if I'm remembering the price of this one correctly. The sale of our other one that we just got rid of funded about 1/3 of the price of this one. So that's good. We got getting a little bit back in our purchases there. So yeah, we're of course starting with this field. I may yeah, I've been having to think about it while I've been doing all this, and I think I'm gonna wait on those other fields. I'm gonna take the hay off of this. I'm gonna dump it into the mixer, and we're gonna let it make as much as it does. And let's see, put that up. See if I can get around here without hitting any trees. Well, nope, I hit one, of course. Wouldn't want to break with tradition there. But yeah, I was having to think, and you know, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get what we have, and we'll just make with what we have after this gets in there. What we have in the mixer is going to be what we're going to have for our first run. I am going to now. Next month is showing, January is showing some snow. And since I have snow turned on, and I usually don't, I'm a little worried as to what that's gonna do. If it's gonna cover the ground and I won't be able to mow and may have to wait, but I'm hoping anyway that this mix that we get off of this is going to be enough to, it's going to make enough food to put in our cow enclosure to keep that going for a little while, and it'll depend on how many cows we end up getting in that too. Okay, raise that. It'll depend on how many cows we end up getting and how fast they'll go through it, all that kind of stuff. You know how this works. So that'll depend on, just like with the chickens and their food, it'll depend on how many there are. Of course, the chickens are, I took a run over at the end of the last episode, off camera, and checked on the chickens to see, where their numbers were sitting. Okay, sorry, I had to cut out a little bit of the video there. I had a little bit of a sneeze. Yeah, it's unusual. I usually have a cough, and this time I had a sneeze. So I got that out and didn't blast your ears with it, hopefully. So anyway, I checked on the chickens, and they have multiplied as chickens do. And like I say, it's the chickens multiply actually pretty quick. So if you remember, I think we started out with, oh my goodness, why does it seem like episode 1 was so long ago? It was when we put those chickens in there. It was 20-something, 25 maybe that we started with, and then like the next time I checked it, it was 29, and now, if I am not mistaken, we are up in the 50s now. 50 some odd chickens, so they are gonna start to go through their food faster, and I'm a little bit nervous about it because it won't be until till spring. Was it spring or summer? I don't know, sometime in there with this crazy crop calendar and stuff. It's sometime in there before I can harvest any more wheat. And they've got a little over 5,000 liters of wheat left at this point. So, it might be, as they reproduce and everything, it might be a little bit touch and go. Okay, that is that. Fold that back up. Yet another piece of machinery that I need a shed for. Yeah, I might have to expedite that shed at some point. Let's see, it's going to cost us more money though, so let's drop that off. We'll go ahead and get the loading wagon here and start picking up some straw. Hay. I think I can pick that up with this anyway. I usually don't, but we'll see. I hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to have to use that conventional baler and try and bale up this mess. Okay, it's picking something up. Well, it's working, so... So it's just a matter of how much are we going to get. So hopefully we can get into next month, and I don't know if those, even by next month, I don't know if those fields of grass that I planted, if they're going to be ready. Okay, don't hit the tree. There we go. Made it. if those fields of grass that I planted are actually going to be ready to harvest. But if they are, I'm hoping that we can do it before it snows. A lot easier to do this process during that. But anyway, that'll cut down on some of the work that I had planned to possibly have to do today, because I was thinking that I might have to mow and, mow and ted and windrow those fields as well. Always ends up it's a mess right up here at this top section. Then I clean up the mess and nobody knows it was ever there. So well, it's not filling up. This isn't filling up super quick or anything, so you can see I've got a little bit of material outside, but it may be over too far. It's there on the road, and it may be over too far, and it won't let me get it because it's out of my area. I was hoping to maybe pull all that in with the windrower, but I might have missed just a bit. Okay, maybe some of that didn't get tedded, and it won't pick it up because it thinks it's still just mown grass. So, yeah, we'll pick up what we can from here anyway. I'll make another pass over it just to make sure. Straight shot on that right there. Yeah, we might be getting, we're up at 93% full right now, but not a whole lot left to pick up, so we might be getting less hay off this field than we did grass for silage, but that might have been because the silage additive might have been bulking that up a little bit. Oh, we are full, so I'm going to take this up and get our first bit dumped in. Of course, I'm going to have to move where I left my other tractor sitting, so it's not in the way. Make that turn now that I don't have that other windrower sitting there. Okay, so I'm going to get out of that so I don't have to run my tractor unnecessarily. We're going to get into here, and of course it needs to save. Feed for cows. We're going to do this one so we don't need the mineral feed. I'm going to activate it. Okay, well, just activated and it's already made 126 liters. Yeah, it's going to operate pretty fast, so that's great. That'll be fantastic if we can get that. Yeah, obviously we are, only 25,000 liters of hay in here so far. So we are far behind where the silage and the straw are. So, okay, well, let's get back and we'll go ahead and pick up the rest of that hay. Try and improve that number just a little bit anyway. But if that's the way it's going to, if those are the ratios it's going to pick it up and everything, I'll have to kind of see. I don't know what the ratio is that it wants to use for those three items. So I don't know which one, when we end up mowing our next grass fields, how many of those to turn into silage and how many to turn into hay. Not sure about that. Okay, I'll try and pick this up. Really, did I miss that again, or is it really just not wanting to pick it up? Oh, it finally did. Okay, yay, picked it up. Now I'll get this stray bit that was on a curve out here. If I can get straight on it. And a little bit going out here. A bit right there that I didn't get, so there may be some little pieces. There may be some little pieces that, who knows if it's a trick of light and shadow or whether those pieces are actually there and it just won't pick them up or what. So most of it will come from these longer bits anyway, which I am not getting a very good straight run onto. Yeah, I may have to invest in see if I can find a loading wagon that has a little bit wider pickup than this does. This thing is very, very touchy about being right over the, right in the center and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to call that done. Drop a little more in here. Well, that bend there, it looks like it's getting pretty filled. It's already made 4,600 and 4,786 liters now. So, okay. Well, I am going to pull that right into here. I'm getting a cluster here because I am trying to leave an open space. Now, let's see. Let me get out. I'm going to go over and get in this tractor. It may be a mistake leaving this tractor, the smaller tractor, on here. Now I know, I can't remember which one, but there is a crop that I have in my silo that is, let's see, the canola. Canola is best in December. The highest is supposed to be 2157, and the highest one right now is 2133 at the oil mill. So we're going to tag that because I have no idea where it is. Okay, it's going to be down here in this little cluster of things. So I go across the bridge. When I get to this place where I normally turn left, I want to turn right. Come down, I've got another roundabout. And looks like I come around that roundabout and then this way. Okay, we'll try it anyway. So we want to, oh duh, it's not on that one, it's on the fill one. Okay, grass, hay, straw, stones, mineral feed, olives. Okay, start. All this for a little over 5,000 liters of, it's not much canola. If you remember, canola was in one of the fields that we, shoot, I don't even remember. Was it in one of the fields that we already owned, or did we buy it with canola in? But anyway, it's one of the ones we had early on anyway. And since this is our first time going to the oil mill, I'll let you see that trip. Of course, the first part of it is going to start out the way so many of ours have so far in the first 6 episodes. And as I'm recording this one, I already have episode 6 recorded and edited. Just have to make a thumbnail for it, and then that will be ready to put up. I really want to thank everybody who has been watching. I also, I put out a call in a previous video and said, hey, if you're watching, can somebody give me, just like one more subscription and everything to get me into double digits and everything. And now, suddenly I am, for a small channel like mine, every time I go up 1 subscriber, it's definitely noticeable. And as we stand right now, the last I checked, I had 12. So we have gone 3 over. Oh, well, look at this. Going over this roundabout has a little pond or creek or something, I guess, that it goes over. Okay, and we go this way. Okay, looks like it's right here. And we'll dump that in there and make our first money from crop. Or no, it won't. Yeah. No, that's right, because we haven't sold any crop in this yet, have we? I was initially thinking that maybe we had sold our corn or something, but we didn't. So 12,000. Okay, not too bad. So that now, along with the sale of our canola and the sale of our other windrower, has completely paid for the new windrower that we just used. Okay, so I'm going to get this back over to the farm. I'm going to check one more time on like everything that I've got and make sure that I don't have any other products that are at their best price here in December. Uh, and then we will see what we do next. On my stock calendar here with the prices and stuff, I've got corn is in January. I thought I remembered that. Oat is also in January. Soybeans aren't until July, so I've got forever to go on those. I am making lettuce, which is best in February, although the price is not that bad right now. Also, spring onions. Spring onions also best in February. Okay. Well, let's see. I am going to, so we don't need the trailer at all. I do need to come over here and pick up, well, I've left everything right in the way here. Because, let's see, this is something that I am not, we're going to do something that I am not so great with, and that is using the pallet forks, because we have some products at our dump off the bucket, get our pallet forks, probably raise them a little bit so we're not dragging on the ground. If I can get around all my machinery here. But we have some pallets building up over here at our by our beds. So, you know, forgive me as I do this. I know it's going to be tedious for you. It's going to be super tedious for me because I do not enjoy this kind of thing. If you saw my my Mars series, which I figure most of you probably did not, but some of you might have. If you saw my Mars series, you know that I was big into the auto loading trailer. I had a little low loading trailer that would hold like 20 pallets on it and stuff, and I used that one a lot for, well, didn't stack that real well. This is not going so bad so far. Now if I can, let's see, I do want to get out, because these I need to store, and I think maybe I can store them in here. Wow, it is really loud in that, but that won't bother the lettuce. So I am going to attempt to back up and be very careful and slow when I turn, so that I don't sling that off. I don't think I need to put it too deep in here. We're not gonna be producing that many, so before we sell them. So I just wanted to make sure and get these cleared. That tank is kind of in the way just a little bit. I just want to get these out of this trigger so that there's room for more to spawn. Well, hasn't been too painful so far. The next might be a little more painful because let's see if I can. Probably going to regret this. Oh, well, I actually lined that up not too bad. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay. Should have just left well enough alone. Anyway, those were the easy three, anyway. These, not going to be so easy because they are... Oh, don't back over your barbecue there, guy. Okay, I want to put these down, and I'll see if I can... Yeah, I think I probably ought to... Because I'm having to pick them up from the end, I should not even try. Okay, so far, other than knocking those things over, not so bad. Only 2 more to go. You can make it, Charles. You can make it. Okay, get that down. Try and line it up a little bit. Horribly, but got it. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to put down a pressure washer. You know, I mentioned in one of the I believe I talked about it in episode 5 about that app that I keep calling it an app, the mod that I used to have in 19 and 22 called Instant Wash. Where I could just hit one button and my tractors and implements would be washed. You know, and I am definitely missing that as I look at my nasty tractor right now. Oh, I wonder if my front loader there is hitting on that front weight. I forgot that was on there. I probably should have put it on the back. Luckily, what we were lifting wasn't that heavy. While we are here and in this tractor, we'll go ahead and give our garden beds some love and attention here. Give them some more water. Don't know where they're at, but I imagine they need some. Wow, it was thirsty. Took everything but 99 liters. Ah. Who put that tree there? Okay, we'll fill up the other bed. And then we'll go back over We'll go and check on our the numbers of chickens that we have currently, and check on their food. Not that we can do much about it right now, but I'm just hoping that we're still over 5,000 liters. Why is it not reading here? Huh. Okay. Well, maybe that's all it needs. Okay. Well, I'll just leave that there. Like I say, we're going to go check on our chickens here. They do have 5,549 liters of food still, so that's good. Oh wow, we are up to 87 chickens now. This thing will hold. This pen itself will hold 487. Kind of hard to see in the grass over there, but now one little quirk of this is that apparently our chickens can get out. Oh, you see some little baby chicks here. Okay. Well, okay, the baby ones I can understand fitting through these holes maybe, but you? I'm not sure how you fit through there, Mom. So anyway, oh, yeah, and I was going to check what we've got here. We've got like 27,000. Okay, well, we've got enough then. I mean, we can start. We can start dumping some of that. Okay, we will hook to our trailer and then figure out how we go about filling. I assume it's under this enormous pipe here. Oh, no, not silage. Mineral feed, hay, straw. Total mixed ration. Now we'll see what this cow shed is like. I know I've had them. I have had them in the past. Okay. I have had them in the past where they will not take food if there are no animals in there. This one apparently will. Oh. Looks like I'm going to have to back it up straight into there in order to dump these from now on. Excuse me, chickens, I'm coming in here, in this area where you're not supposed to be. Okay. Why can't I? There we are. Now it let me do it. I want to do that. I want to do this barn will hold 50. I don't think we want to go that far quite yet. We also have to keep a watch on the money. Okay, if we do 25, then that's only 14,750. They'll be 6 months old, and I guess that means they will be able to start producing milk right away. So let's buy those. Buy. Okay. And let's get out and see our cows. Look at that. Look how excited they are to be here. Let's get around here and get a view of them here. Okay, so maybe they are... Oh, did I choose the young ones? Maybe I didn't actually select. I thought I was getting some that were a little bit older. These are, you know, calves still. No wonder they're so jumpy. Well, anyway, it's what we've done. So maybe they won't start giving us milk right away, but that's what we have anyway. So, yay, cows. We finally got there. It only took us a few months to grow all the crops and dedicate all of our fields to keeping them and the chickens, you know, giving them food. So, well, let's see. Where? Okay, I think maybe right there. Next to the, let's go build, construction. Let's see, where is it? Is it in here? No. Tools. Yeah, there it is. $4,300. Let's see. Let's move around that way. Let's get in here. Let's put it right there. There we go. Now you can see me here. I opted for the 80s jean jacket and everything look, and a bit of a straw hat. Which means that I can get out of that view. I can go. Well, I can go to either of my tractors right now because they both need it. And we can end the episode by cleaning a tractor. Not my favorite way to do it, but here we are. Let's see. How do I... take it. Yeah, apparently it has a distance on the hose. Look at that. Looks like new. Look how shiny those tires are. It's amazing. But anyway, it's going to be more of the same. I'm going to go ahead and eventually I'm going to go ahead and get all my tractors and combines and stuff like that. I'll get them pulled through here and get them washed and everything, and we'll get ready for the next episode. And I'm assuming that in the next episode, like this grass field right here, maybe it will be closer to ready to harvest because the one that it is joined to down here is ready to harvest. That's one of the ones I was talking about. So hopefully we have enough in the food production to keep that going until we need this again. And who knows, maybe I have greatly overestimated how much we're going to need for that. And if that's the case, then we can plow up some of those grass fields and make them something else, and make them productive for another use. So anyway, I'm going to leave us on our. I can't get over how shiny those tires in the tractor are now. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you haven't already, please go down and subscribe and ring the bell to get notified. If you want to see future episodes, if you like this episode, please feel free to hit the like button. It is free this month, and who knows how long that'll last. But I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.